What obsesses us, eh? What's the obsession? What's the obsession? What's the idea? Why are we so crazy? Because we're fishing, men. Welcome back. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome back to Chesil Beach. The mighty Chesil. We're back again, guys. We're back again. Just behind you there is a rod with a bait, and it's out in the open sea. I've put one rod out to start with, guys. It's 6:20 in the morning. I've put one rod out, just the one at the moment, because let's be honest, nobody puts 2 feet in the bath straight away. They want to see how hot it is. So I've put one rod out to see what the weed situation is, what the fish situation is, and gives me a chance to get my crap together. We're back down on Chesil Beach. We're back out, we're trying, we're fishing. Thank you for tuning in. Let's hope we can put a decent video together. Let's hope we can catch some fish. Let's hope we can catch something big. Keep flicking that on just to see. Just in case it's going tap, 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 you never know. I've set up here this morning and I've had an hour and 15 minutes sleep. 1 hour, 15 minutes. Finished work last night, got home, packed the car, had my tea, had a shower, drove down. 7 hours it took last night, and that was with one stop to get down here. One stop to have a coffee about midnight. Got in the car park at 3:15 this morning. Put the alarm on for 5:15 I say, and beady, up I was, down on the beach. Here I am fishing, and there's a guy fishing next to me. He's got an awful attitude. So yeah, what I'll do, guys, I'll bring you back with some fish, or I'll bring you back in daylight hours, and we'll have a look at this awful guy next to us at the same time. Thanks for tuning in. Second cast, first fish. It's smart ass, absolute smart ass. Well, good morning once again. We now have daylight and the sun's coming up behind me. The problem I've got, because I'm an absolute genius and an absolute smart ass, I've put myself right on top of the wreck. Now, I don't think there's much wreckage left, but I've put myself right on top of it. Yep, that's right. I've put myself right on top of the wreck, and there seems to be a lot of snags on it, around it. I've brought in a few broken bits of traces. There may be a bit of broken net on it. Weed after the big storms that's hit the beach this last week. Didn't think about that. So I've put myself right on top of the wreck. It's the cod championships today, so the beach is absolutely packed. I knew it was on, hence the reason for getting on here pretty much one of the first this morning before everybody signed in. Obviously I'm not fishing in the match, and I thought, right, I'll put myself on the wreck, the sea's dying away, and I'll be right on top of them fish because I'm a genius. But I'm losing gear. I've lost 2 full sets of everything. I've lost 1 set of hook lengths on snags, and it means that I have to now fish 50 yards because I can't move, because there must be 150, 200 anglers spread out across where I am here. What a donut. What an absolute donut. Because there's still quite a big swell on, by fishing close in, it's dragging my line down and moving my baits. So it's going to be a difficult day, guys. I'm now going to put the frying pan on with some sausages, some bacon. I'm going to eat well, if nothing else. The sun's coming up. I'll fish hard throughout the day, try my best, see what happens. See what happens. What an absolute donut. Yeah, Tommy, put yourself right on top of the wreck. That's where the fish will be. Not off the wreck, not beside the wreck, right on top of it. Right in the shitter. Well, doesn't matter what the fishing's doing, doesn't get better than a fry up on the golden stone, does it? Look at that, perfect. And do you know that guy that I said that was next to me fishing with the awful attitude? It's only the awful angler. Hey! And he's got me cooking his breakfast, the sod. Only gone and caught a dogfish. Only gone and caught a dogfish. Damn doggy. Well, the sun might blind you that way, but it's busy. Well, guys, so far it's been hard work, but I've just had most probably the biggest whiting I've ever caught to date. It's got to be touching just under £2 that. Absolute cracking whiting. Unfortunately, I was playing on Facebook, guys, and I seen the rod keel over. The camera wasn't recording, and there we are. Look at that for a whiting. That's an absolute belter. I have dispatched this one, and it's going to go in the frying pan for dinner in a little while. That'll make a nice dinner today. I got some baps there with me, so we'll have a whiting sandwich for dinner. Look at that for a cracker. I'm happy with that. I am happy with that. I thought it was a cod when it came up the shingle. Well, that's a bloody cracker, that. Well made up. Anyway, I'll crack on with the fishing, guys, and hopefully we'll see some more good fish. I will try and get some fish action on camera shortly, but been having a bit of banter with Alex, and having a bite to eat. Had some bacon and sausage baps. Lost a bit of gear, but I'm fishing through it and I'm doing okay. Yeah, very happy with that. Well. It's been quite an extraordinary morning for myself, guys. So I'm obviously fishing over the wreck, and I was losing a bit of gear, so what I done is I casted a plain lead about so I could try and find where the heaviest snags were so I could avoid them. Since then I've had a few whiting, one proper monster whiting, and then obviously I've cooked a bit of breakfast for us, so it's been quite a busy morning, which means a lack of the footage, so apologies for that. It's been quite a busy morning. Then I just went to cast my other rod out, and the line must have been frayed since from earlier on this morning, and in mid-air it just parted and I lost the bloody rig. So I've lost 3 rigs now. There's nothing on this, by the way. I've lost 3 rigs, and it's been quite a busy morning of not a lot happening. Yeah, they're stripped. Look. So my baits are getting stripped. My baits are getting stripped because I'm fishing fairly big hooks, really. But I am looking just to try and pick up the better stamp of fish and avoid the smaller black bream. And the small eels, which are giving me hassle in previous visits here. So just trying to avoid them a little bit. Well, I was just having a cup of tea with Alex, putting the world to right, and I said to him, that's gone slack, that, mate. The rod, I mean, by the way. Went and picked it up, and there's the results. A whiting, a pouting, and an eel, and a completely destroyed rig. Let's get these little guys back. Let's keep going. Let's hope for a big one.
Yeah, you're not using that again, are you, mate?
That's proper finish, that, innit?
Done for.
Done for. Well, guys, I've got a pair of fellas that think it's great to set up no more than 10 yards next to you. What's wrong with people, like? I know it's very busy down here today, but the sun definitely does bring the best of them out, doesn't it? Let's be honest. Jesus Christ. Anyway, it's red hot, and I mean scorching hot. I would be in my underpants if there wasn't so many people here today. It's toasty. I should have bought some shorts for me. You wouldn't think we're in the start of winter, would you? It literally feels like mid-August, not late October. Picked up an old line, most probably one of mine from earlier on. I'm not going to say no to getting the lead back, that's for sure. And on that, there's fish. So there's my cracked off line from earlier. I don't know what fish, I'm just getting it up out the breakers. Imagine it was a codlin. Imagine it was a codlin. It's not, it's a chunky whiting, and I'm happy to get a rig back. That's another big chunky whiting amongst my tangled line from earlier. So I had a cast crack off whilst I was casting out. Mid-air, it must have been frayed from this morning. I think I put that in the video. Another chunky whiting on a abandoned rig, which can go back. Then we'll chuck a bait back out. These two guys that decided to set up right next to me won't cast over me every 5 minutes. I know we're all here for the same reason, but you don't set up within 10 yards of someone, do you? Absolutely crazy. Absolute crazy. Anyway, that's a single sandal. I'm at the way now. Sort this mess out. I've got line everywhere now. We'll sort that out and get spare rigs baited up. Hopefully the fish will keep coming. Wow, anybody that knows me knows I don't like the sun, so I've been hiding in there. I've come out and it's just, look at that. Jesus. Look at that. Wow. That's fucking nuts, that is. Whoa. As far as the eye goes. Definitely must be lots of fish here. There must be lots of fish here. Even Alex is catching fish. That means something, doesn't it, surely? I tell you what, there's a serious... Tell you what guys, there's a serious amount of fish here. Small eels, whiting, chuck, loads and loads of fish. Very, very active. But I thought there'd be a codlin. The conditions are perfect. The sea's dropped off. I've got to try and get this slimy bugger off now. The sea's dropped off from a massive sea last night when I got here to now. It's absolutely flat calm, full of colour. Put you there for a minute, mate. Flat calm, full of colour. But I've seen one codlin come out. I really, really thought there'd be more. It's ow. Got to hook my own finger then. It's really surprisingly, it's active, like I say, it's active. There's lots and lots of fish, lots of whiting, lots of small eels, pouting. But yeah, I thought we'd see more codlin, bass, you know, there's the odd doggy in between everything. But I was expecting more, I was definitely expecting more. Get the pliers for this one, I think. Proper swallowed the hook. Bugger. The eel and the whiting bass now, like I say, there's plenty of fish all the way along. Everybody's constantly coming up and down the chippings, returning whiting, small eels pouting, but one codling is all that's come to show between everybody that I can see up and down, left and right. And it's like now putting doubts in my head, what should I do tonight? I'm going to give it another hour or so here. That's a certain. And then, going to go to the car, sort myself out, nip to Lidl's, get some more refreshments, and make a plan for tonight. Everything changes in the darkness, as we know. Got a real shitload of fish here now. Just like mackerel fishing. Tell you what, walking up and down these stones is hard work. Bloody hard work, that's what it is. I do love this Chesil Beach though, because you really what could turn up, when it'll turn up. Well, I do know when it'll turn up. Before I get there and when I go home. That's when it'll turn up. Because it's just like loads of fish, plenty of fish, every cast. Fish, 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 fish. More whiting. Must shit myself then. Must be plagued with whiting out there. Absolutely plagued with them. I haven't even got a rod in the water now. I really don't want to catch any more whiting. Go big or go home. No more whiting, please. No more whiting.
Oh, I was hoping he'd fall flat on his face.